The story begins inside a massive Galactic Council hall. Hundreds of alien leaders gather. They are calm, confident, and proud. A new target is being discussed: Earth. Most species believe humans are weak, divided, and primitive. Suddenly, an old alien commander named Zarkel interrupts the meeting. His voice shakes. His eyes show fear. He warns them, "Do not attack the humans." The hall erupts in laughter. Zarkel reveals he once fought humans long ago, and barely survived. He describes human ships appearing outdated, yet impossible to destroy. He speaks of humans fighting even after losing fleets, worlds, and hope. The Council refuses to listen. They vote to attack Earth. Zarkel leaves the hall in silence, whispering, "The galaxy has just signed its death order." Cut to human space, quiet, peaceful, watching. The Galactic Council believed it ruled the stars. For thousands of years, its member empires had crushed weaker worlds, erased small species, and written history in their own favor. No one had ever truly resisted them. That was why the name Earth sounded small and unimportant in the Great Council chamber. The council hall was filled with powerful alien leaders. Their bodies were tall, armored, glowing, or scaled. Holograms of planets floated above them. When the image of Earth appeared, many of them laughed. "Divided," one leader said. "Primitive," said another. "They fight among themselves," a third added. Humans, according to the council, had no single ruler, no galactic fleet, and no great empire. They were noisy, emotional, and slow to unite. To the council that meant weakness. Only one being did not laugh. Zarkel, an old alien commander, stood alone near the edge of the hall. His body was scarred. One of his arms was metal, replaced long ago. His eyes stayed fixed on the image of Earth. He remembered humans. He remembered battles where human ships should have fallen, but did not. He remembered soldiers who kept fighting even when escape was impossible. He remembered losing an entire fleet to a species that refused to surrender. Zarkel stepped forward. "Do not attack the humans," he said. The room went silent for a moment. Then laughter filled the hall again. "You fear a weak race?" a council lord mocked. "They cannot even agree with each other," another said. Zarkel tried again. He spoke slowly, carefully. "Humans are not weak. They adapt. They endure. When pushed, they become something dangerous." The council dismissed him. They trusted numbers, technology, and history. And history always favored them. The vote was called. One by one, glowing symbols appeared in the air. "Attack Earth." The decision was final. Zarkel lowered his head. He had seen this before. Pride always came before ruin. Before leaving the hall, he secretly transmitted a message. It was short. It was simple. "They're coming. Prepare." Far away on Earth, the message was received. Human leaders gathered in silence. There was no panic. No shouting. Instead, plans were activated that had waited for centuries. Old fleets powered on. Hidden stations woke from sleep. Defense systems once thought useless came alive. Humans did not celebrate. They prepared. As massive alien armadas began moving toward human space, the galaxy believed victory was certain. They did not yet understand their mistake. They had mistaken calm for weakness, and patience for fear. The alien armada entered human space with full confidence. Thousands of massive warships moved in perfect formation. Their weapons glowed with power built over centuries of conquest. The commanders expected little resistance. Earth's outer colonies were their first target, small human worlds with weak defenses. Alien scanners detected human ships approaching. The commanders smiled. The human ships looked old. Their metal hulls were dull and scratched. Their weapons seemed simple. Compared to the alien fleet, they appeared slow and outdated. "Destroy them quickly," the alien admiral ordered. The battle began with a storm of energy fire. Alien cannons lit the darkness of space. Explosions filled the void. The commanders waited for the human ships to vanish. But they did not. Human ships took direct hits and kept moving. Damaged vessels stayed in formation. Some even accelerated toward the enemy, burning with fire and sparks. Alien weapons increased in power. Still, the humans advanced. Human guns fired back. Their weapons did not glow brightly, but they struck with deadly accuracy. Alien shields failed one after another. Massive warships broke apart, stunned by weapons that adjusted with every shot. The alien admiral felt confusion, then fear. Human ships changed tactics without warning. They split, surrounded larger enemy vessels, and attacked weak points. Small human craft flew directly into heavy fire, sacrificing themselves to open paths for others. No retreat. No hesitation. When a human ship exploded, another took its place. Alien fleets began to lose control. Orders overlapped. Formations broke. Commanders shouted in panic. Then something worse happened. New human ships arrived. They appeared from hidden jump points across the battlefield. These ships were larger, darker, and faster. Their weapons struck with overwhelming force. Entire alien squadrons vanished in seconds. The alien admiral ordered a retreat. But the humans did not chase recklessly. They hunted carefully. Human ships cut off escape routes. They disabled engines instead of destroying hulls. Boarding craft latched onto alien vessels. Human soldiers entered enemy ships without fear, fighting in silence. For the first time in centuries, the alien fleet fled. Broken and burning, the survivors jumped back toward the galactic core. Across the galaxy, reports spread fast. A weak species had stopped a full invasion fleet. The Galactic Council watched the battle recordings in silence. They saw human ships fighting beyond limits. They saw strategy, sacrifice, and patience, and they felt something new: fear. Zarkel closed his eyes as the images played. This was only the beginning, he said quietly. And deep in human space, even larger fleets were waking up. The galaxy no longer laughed at humanity. After the first battle, panic spread through the Galactic Council. Emergency meetings were called. Old war plans were pulled from archives. Fleets that had not moved in centuries were ordered into action. But it was already too late. Human space changed overnight. Hidden shipyards opened across the void. Massive human fleets emerged from places no alien scanners had ever seen. Human ships were no longer few or scattered. They arrived in numbers that shocked even the strongest empires. Human commanders did not rush. They advanced with patience and purpose. One by one, alien border systems fell. Human fleets attacked supply lines instead of capitals. They destroyed communication hubs and fuel stations. Alien worlds woke up to find their defenses silent and their skies full of human ships. Aliens tried to fight back. They failed. Human tactics shifted constantly. When aliens adapted, humans adapted faster. When aliens set traps, humans turned them around. Human ships worked together like living minds, sharing data and learning in real time. Zarkel watched from a distant station. He saw the truth clearly now. Humans were not driven by conquest. They did not seek glory. They fought to protect their kind, and that made them relentless. Alien soldiers began to surrender. Some begged for mercy. Others tried to flee. Human forces accepted surrender but never lowered their guard. Prisoners were treated firmly but fairly. Human commanders followed rules even in war. That confused the galaxy even more. On several worlds, human troops landed. They did not destroy cities. They disabled military bases. Civilians were left unharmed. Messages were broadcast in many languages. This war can end, the humans said. Still, the core empires refused to listen. They gathered their largest fleets near the center of the galaxy. Ancient weapons were powered on. Entire stars were prepared to burn. Human fleets responded. They moved forward together, thousands of ships at once. The sight alone broke the courage of many defenders. Battles were short and brutal. Alien superweapons failed against human countermeasures. The myth of alien superiority collapsed. Zarkel sent one final message to the Galactic Council. You were warned. The message went unanswered. Human forces reached the inner systems of the Empire. The heart of galactic power was now within reach. And for the first time in history, the galaxy understood the truth. Humanity was not holding back anymore. Humanity was unleashed. The human fleets arrived at the center of the galaxy. The Galactic Council world, once proud and untouchable, now stood surrounded. Thousands of human warships filled the stars. They did not fire. They waited. Inside the council chamber, fear ruled. Alien leaders argued, shouted, and begged. Their great empires were broken. Their fleets were destroyed or captured. Worlds that once feared them now watched in silence. Zarkel stood among them. He looked older than ever. I warned you, he said softly. No one answered. A single human ship moved forward. It was not the largest nor the most powerful. It simply carried a message. The broadcast reached every corner of the galaxy. We did not come to erase you, the human voice said. We came to end the threat. The humans spoke calmly. There was no anger in their words. That frightened the council more than rage ever could. Human fleets demonstrated their power. They disabled the council world's defenses in seconds. No cities were harmed. No civilians were touched. The message was clear. Resistance was pointless. The Galactic Council surrendered. For the first time in galactic history, the rulers of the stars bowed to another species. New laws were written under human supervision. Slavery was banned. Forced conquest was ended. Any attack on Earth or its allies would bring immediate response. Some aliens feared revenge. It never came. Human forces withdrew from conquered worlds. Governments were returned to local control. Humans stayed only where protection was requested. Trade routes reopened. Medical aid followed behind the fleets. The galaxy changed. Zarkel visited Earth through a diplomatic channel. He spoke before human leaders. "You showed mercy when you did not have to," he said. A human representative answered simply, "We fight to survive, not to rule." That truth spread faster than any fleet. Years passed. Children across the galaxy learned a new lesson in history halls. They learned that humans were once underestimated. They learned how pride nearly destroyed everything. And they learned the most important rule of the new age. Never mistake patience for weakness. Never mistake kindness for fear. The galaxy remembered the day humans stood at its heart and chose restraint over destruction. That choice defined humanity, not as conquerors, but as guardians. And the stars have been quieter ever since.